Hello, everyone. Just want to check. Yeah, we are live. I am here today with John from Easy Busy Pet, and he's gonna explain us how to grow your business using automated reviews. So Easy Busy Pet has this feature that I thought that was really amazing because I used to do the feedback, get the receptionist to call them. And then with this software, you can actually do an automated review. So thank you, John, for coming on board and being here to explain things for all the business owners in the group.
Thank you, Tati, for the opportunity to address the grooming business owners Facebook community. Yes, my name is John, and I am a member of the Easy Busy Pets team. Just a little background about us. Easy Busy Pets is a one-stop shop platform for marketing and operations to grow and run a pet care business. So today, I wanted to focus on the importance of marketing in a pet business software, namely the ultimate growth engine of automating customer reviews with Easy Busy Pets. And as you can all appreciate, good reviews illustrate trust when pet owners need to decide who to go to for pet care. And I thought a really nice way to illustrate the problem today and the frustrations that people have is by actually going through an excerpt of a Facebook discussion that I observed just a few days ago.
Oh.
So, Tati, you can see this? Everyone can see this?
Yeah, I can see that.
Great.
I'm just trying to have a look if I can see if anyone have any question, if I can see the questions, but you go.
I'll go on. Okay,
yeah.
Sounds good. So this is a question that came up by a lady named Lauren. She said, I know I'm going to sound like a child throwing a tantrum, but I get upset when I ask clients for reviews and they just don't do it, especially when they say how much they appreciate the service and leave amazing tips. I've asked so many creative ways included in the newsletter and still 70% of my clients just won't. It sucks because they always say, I'll recommend you to everyone, but won't leave a review to actually do so. I've even had 5 people say they will leave reviews because they were so happy and then they don't. Anyway, does that sound familiar?
Yes, totally.
So here are some of the responses that I really liked and appreciated because I personally have gone through this myself. Sandra says, I have a referral program. They get a 20% discount on their next service. The person they refer gets 20% off their first service. Maybe get creative on a reward for good reviews. Petra says, agreed. It is super annoying. Unfortunately, it's out of our hands. I have the same thing. I have a referral program, $10. Bethany says, maybe incentivize the reviews with $5 off or something. Honestly, I just do word of mouth. Yeah. The incentive is great. It does work some of the time. Not all your customers might appreciate an incentive. Maybe they're too big. Maybe they're too busy, that is. Maybe they don't need the $10.
Yeah.
So at this point in these examples, I'm thinking, is there a model here? Is it a consistent model? Or is it just once in a while? Here's some other answers in this thread that went a completely different direction. They said, I have the exact same problem. I have even asked for a Google review, gave them a link on a thank you card that I sent them, and they still posted the review on my Facebook page. Same by Megan. I've had so many new happy clients and really wanted some fresh new reviews. That's a keyword, fresh new reviews. I leave notes, messages, etc. A handful say they will, and a few might mention it on their page or tag me on something. Carmela says, try LinkedIn. Kim says, I ask really good clients, and if they don't do it, I send a text as a general reminder. If you know them well enough, they shouldn't be bothered by a reminder. The word bothered is interesting. Jan says, write it for them, get their okay, and use it. Tina says, I follow up 4 times. Hey, Susie, just a reminder that I would really appreciate that review we talked about. Here are the links again. So here there seems to be a trend where they keep asking and asking and asking just to get one review. It's a lot of work. Okay?
Yes.
And as you can appreciate, once you get into something like this, you got to keep doing this.
Yeah.
Because you don't want your website to show the last review was from 2017. Because
Totally.
when somebody's going to come to your website, they're going to want to see the latest so that they can compare it to whoever else they're looking for pets are babies. They're your babies, you know, and people want to see, they want to read about who they can trust. And trust is very important for them in making a decision. And this is based on research. It's not just these examples. I just wanted to illustrate that fact. So recency, timing, and ease of use is actually the pattern here that's missing. And I'm sure that there's many ways of doing this, okay? But I thought I'd show you today a one-stop shop, actually, for how you can do all those things, how you can solve those problems. And I wanted to use the solution of EasyBusyPets to demonstrate that, if that's okay.
Yes.
Now, it's all about timing to begin with. When do you ask somebody for a review? We found that it's right at the end of an appointment, at the time that you check out. So let's say you're a groomer and you finish the job, okay? The client gets a notification. Yes, they get a pet report and all those pictures, but that should be the place when you ask for a review, okay? And so that's what I'm gonna demonstrate right now. And part of the demonstration is to ask them whether they can leave you a review on your website or on Google or on Facebook. And it also needs to ask them if they were unhappy with your solution, and if they were unhappy, to tell you as well. Okay, so
so if they are unhappy, the review is not going to be posted.
That's right. So you'll see, you'll see all that come together. Actually, right after this, I'll show you how to get to this situation here, right at the end of the checkout, so that you kind of see the full circle of this.
Okay.
This is. I'm not going to go into, you know, how operations work on EasyBusyPets, because that's a nice little demo on its own. This is an appointment view by a manager. They're just looking at an appointment. It's been running for 41 minutes. Here's some pictures that they added to the appointment. And they're going to check out, okay? When they do, an email is going to go to the customer. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show that email on my mobile phone, if that's okay.
Yeah.
All right, so it just came out. Now, my pretend pet business, it has their logo, okay? That is the pet business logo. It would be your logo, it would be your branding, okay? So this is the email that just came in to the customer, and the customer can actually view the appointment with the pet report. But it also has a little part right here at the bottom. It says, would you recommend us to friends and family? Your feedback helps other pet parents make informed choices and helps us to continually improve our service. Now, this could be your wording. It's not something that we force on you. Everything's highly customizable and branded to you, okay? Now, if the customer who's looking at this is her mobile phone, if she says no, she's not happy, it's gonna go to a feedback part of the system where you're gonna see, where you're gonna just basically see all the negative, I don't wanna call it review, just feedback from your customers telling you, you know, where you could have done better, right? That's not something that's public. It's not something that's published. But if it is something that they're happy, if they had a good experience with your service, hopefully you can see this a little bit better if I zoom out. If the customer presses yes, then she's actually going to be able to leave a review. And for those of you who have a website or have a .com with us, because we're also a website builder, it takes the customer immediately to the reviews page. They don't have to think about it very much. They leave a 5-star and they're gonna say something like, oh my God, Tati, thank you so much. Thanks so much, ... Okay, so that's just a review that I'm doing like a pretend response here. Also is checking to make sure that I'm not a robot. Crosswalks. Okay, I have other options to leave a review on Google or Facebook.
So is that all linked together, or?
It's all linked together, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And what just happened is, as a manager of the business, I just got a notification that a review was received.
Okay.
There's two things that can happen. In one case, in my case, it automatically gets posted on my website. I have too many customers and to think about it.
Yeah.
And if it was a bad review, even if it was 4-star, 3-star, you have the power to just go in and turn it off, hide it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So what does that look like? Well, your website In my case, it's petcaredemo.com. It's just a pretend website. Might have your reviews widget right on your front page, as an example. And as you can see, it already popped up here. Oh my God, Tati, thank you so much. All right.
Yeah.
So it just came in as a review. All I did was finish the job. I actually didn't click anything. And your customer, if they're happy with you, they're going to just click one button and submit it. So basically, you made it very, very easy for them. We work with all kinds of areas in the world. Okay, some of these places have pet owners that are so busy they can't do anything more than one click of a button. They're highly intelligent, but they're too busy. They don't want to go through that problem. So this allows them to quickly just choose the star rating, fill in the blanks. The system takes care of the rest, and you're not doing anything either. You're just letting it, essentially. Make sense?
Yeah, no, totally. It's because I feel like lots of clients, it's not that they don't want to give you a review. They're just too busy and they don't want to, like, you know, go on your website and actually, it's not easy enough. Yeah.
And I'm sure they love you guys and everything like that. That's not it. It's just they're too busy. And
I am one person that I go through reviews when I'm going to use a new service. I always read all the reviews, like to say if I like the business, how they handle the reviews, like, you know, if it's a negative reviews and things like that.
Yes. And what I'll show you here real quick is, hold on a sec, I'll put the presentation back up here. This is an example of the very next day after we released the feature. It's a company in New York. They have a team of around 20 people. They do dog walking, sitting, boarding, grooming, salon, mobile grooming, I believe, and taxi, and they even have products. It's all on our system. It's all in one place. And these just started flying in. And they actually were using a very famous review system that they compared and contrasted. The other review system was giving them one review every 3 months at a time, because they had to ask customers to go there and actually leave a review. Even sending them a link wasn't good enough because the customer wasn't asked at the right time. It wasn't the perfect timing and easy enough. And what they were just starting to see these multiple reviews in one day. And recency is a very important thing when it comes to reviews. If they're fresh, even if it's the same customer, you got to keep asking them for these reviews so that you don't have a depreciating value situation. Like reviews, they have a depreciating value. If they're from 2016, they don't matter to people. In fact, if you show 2016 reviews, customers start thinking, what's going on here? Are they even open? Is businesses even open? So just wanted to illustrate that point. To get to what you saw earlier in terms of ending an appointment, a customer just goes in, makes an online booking, then two things might happen. You might receive the job and action on it yourself, or maybe delegate it to your workers to do it. It's quite elaborate on the options that you can do to operationally get to the point where you're about to check out an appointment. And so, you know, I invite folks that are on this call to, of course, see the whole thing from end to end. But really, this was specifically to talk about reviews, and that's why I started from the point of checkout of an appointment, if that makes sense. Yes. So the reviews by Easy Busy Pets, we really do feel like it's the ultimate growth engine for pet care. It's designed for pet care. And what I wanted to do is just maybe leave with some key points here. Review requests are automated based on your schedule to be sent best time. Pet owners are verified in real time to avoid the pesky and damaging reviews. It's something you may have not noticed during what we were doing, but basically the system actually knows which appointment and which customer did that review. And you can actually verify, because it's part of your operations, you know, scheduling, invoicing, billing, payment acceptance, all that stuff. It's all part of this. And so the system actually can identify the people who are reporting these reviews. You don't want your competition, not saying that people do that very often, but you don't want your competition to go in and leave that 1 star to destroy your reputation, right?
Yes.
So verifying that it's you know, an actual customer is very important. And you can't do that with a separate app, by the way, because they don't connect to your, if you have a system today, that system, it doesn't work. Sentiment analysis is very important as well when you're talking about this kind of marketing, because you want to know whether people are happy, but you also want to know whether they're unhappy or not. And because that gives you insight in, you know, how you're performing as a business. And it's a great way to find out where your gaps are, so you can just fill them in and become that much better and grow that much faster. You don't know what you don't know. We've optimized the reviews widget. So what does that mean? If you're using a website today and you have, let's say, one of those third-party apps that provide you with reviews, and you take that app widget and you put it into your website. So it's showing, the reviews are showing somewhere on your website. What's happening is it takes a while to load. It might not be 2 or 3 seconds. So somebody visits your page, they see your reviews, but they take a while to load. And the problem with that is that the search engine crawlers like Google, for example, they don't wait 12 to 15 seconds and then to see what content is on your site. They'll go to the next page, okay?
Oh,
and that's a very important point, because whatever the Google search crawler finds on your website, that's what it uses to rank you compared to your competition. So when you have something that loads that long, and I'm not saying all the apps do it, but based on our research, okay? So when it takes that long to load, it's not guaranteed that it's going to be useful from the SEO perspective. So it's very important that when you look at a widget that provides you with those reviews, that the content there can be useful for searchability. And our system, because we also provide free website hosting and free websites, and the widget is part of the solution, it loads instantaneously. And that's why this point was put here. It's I do it on behalf of my product team. This is very important for them to mention.
yeah.
Okay, so you know, automate your reviews, get that fresh and relevant content up front and center where people can see it, and watch your business grow itself. That's the message here. And if you guys want to see a demo of how it works end to end, from the online booking to the experience of the whole customer journey, of course, feel free to use this link here at the bottom.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Maybe you could provide, maybe I could upload the demo on the group if it's possible, so
yes,
people can have a look. Yeah, no, that sounds,
that.
I didn't know that would work for the CEO tool. That's really awesome, like, because that makes such a difference, just, you know, having that widget that goes straight to the reviews. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't have anyone asking any question, but I have some questions like that I can ask for everyone, if you don't mind answering. Because I know, like, you know, in my case, I had like salon in different locations. And does the software, like, for example, if I have a client from one salon that's coming to my salon, would I be able to access, like, how does the software work with different locations? Like, if you have a mobile grooming, and then does the software works for this kind of?
Yeah, so we tailor to grooming salon or salons with multiple locations, mobile groomers, luxury pet spas, some combinations of, and even self-serve stations, which are becoming like a big hit, especially in the United States. They seem to be the most profitable based on anecdotal conversations. Our system is designed for multiple locations too. We have franchises on it, and it's not just for grooming. It's used by businesses. For example, one I spoke to today, they help old folks in old folks' homes, like old people's homes, and they just run the pet services in each of those buildings, and it's all under one roof in terms of the software. And it's a very common thing in grooming salons that have more than one location. Yeah, so and the mobile groomers apply it that way as well, the same kind of process.
So do you have like daycare and then pet sitting? Can we like just buy different license for each of them? How does it work?
Very good question. One system, one license, any kind of pet care, all under one roof. So we have pet sitters, dog walkers, daycare, like ranches or facilities. We have resorts and kennels and boarding and trainers. We have hikers and Reiki masters.
Oh, wow. So that doesn't cost any more. Like, for example, if I have a daycare and I want to have the license to have a software for the daycare together with the grooming.
It's actually very common, and why folks start coming to us after they realize they can't do that with one system anywhere else.
Wow.
We do have an all-in-one solution. It actually took a decade to build before we even went to
Wow.
market.
That's amazing. Yeah, because I had to pay all separate, and it ends up being quite expensive. And when you start adding things.
Yeah, and the pricing is designed for that, like for growth and larger, like expanding
That's
to other things. So
awesome.
we do find that a lot of pet sitters and dog walkers go into daycare, and a lot of groomers maybe start doing some other stuff. Actually, groomers are starting to think a lot about pet sitting. It's interesting. I'm
Yes.
seeing a lot of that. So.
And one more question is that I used to get really worried because I had some bad experience. Like when exporting clients, how does that work? Like, because, like when you have a big database and then you have to change software, it's like it's quite scary sometimes, just like doing the transition. How does that work with Easy Busy Pets?
Migration is free of charge. We've
Okay.
migrated from over 25 solutions, some of them from the 1990s that we had to hack just to get the data. It's no problem. And the process is a little different for us because we do all those different types of pet care. You actually design how you want your data to look. So if you want it to look just like it did in the previous software you're coming from, we construct it together that way. It doesn't take more than a few minutes, but think about it as a custom information, whatever you want to show there. Once we do that, that's what we migrate it into. So that's why we're able to migrate from any other system, because it's custom to whatever data you want to keep.
And for pet salons that have lots of employees, do you have any features to manage employees?
Yeah, that's one of the differentiators. How about how much time do we have? I was wondering if I can show something really cool.
Yeah, no, we still have a bit of a time. Yeah.
Okay, so what I want to show you,
half an hour. Yeah.
Half an hour.
Yeah.
What I want to show everybody is the grooming availability technology feature. Basically, it knows your team. It knows who's capable of what work, their availabilities, their holidays, when the services can be serviced, and combine all that information so that the customer, when they're making an online booking, only gets the options that are actually should be given to them to make an online booking, so that you don't have to think about it.
Oh, okay.
If you don't want to, you can still think about it. You can still come as a request, but
yeah.
Maybe I'll show you.
Yeah, show us. Yeah, that'll be awesome. Yeah, because looks like that you guys have everything in one. That's quite amazing.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually, what you're seeing here is a pet owner's phone. Can everybody see that? That's my hand. Hello?
No, I can't say that.
You can't see the mobile phone?
No.
1 second.
Yes, now it's working.
Now it's working? Okay, great. So what you're seeing here is just a random device. The system works on all internet-enabled devices. And this would be a logo and business name of your grooming business, since we're talking to groomers today. So when a customer clicks on that, she gets to a personal dashboard for the pet owner, okay? And it looks, depending on how you want to set it up to look with your brand. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a booking and book this Button. His name is Button. That's the dog Button.
Oh.
Choose dog grooming. Actually, not dog grooming. I wanted to show you something in pet sitting, if that's okay, because I really know for sure that that one's okay. So dog sitting in this case is going to book a visit. Why am I choosing this one? Because today's the 12th, and I want to book for the 12th, and I choose a time. Now, times can be ranges of time. They could be words or 9 a.m., 10 a.m., that sort of thing. So I'm choosing a time, and this fellow John is available for me to choose from. At night, John and Linda are available. I can't choose afternoon or evening because there's nobody available to book. So when I choose the morning and choose John, that's because the system knows that he's for sure going to be able to take the job or run the job. Now, you don't have to make the customer see the faces of the workers and just make it sort of like this, or turn it off and make it double book if you want to. But it's there for you. And I have a team of 10 people here, and it knows who can actually run with the job, essentially. Make sense?
Yes.
There's different ways of booking on our system. It really depends on what you want to do. So for example, you can send them to a website page instead. And under bath, I can just choose to book my dog. I have a large dog. And it takes me straight to the booking experience. So it really just depends on what your business model is, and then we configure it so. And it doesn't take more than a couple hours. And we do it together.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. So you can just customize for your business.
Yes.
Yes. No.
Good question.
And then another thing that I'm going to ask, that I see lots of comments in the group, it's about text messaging. How do you have any features regarding like reminders?
Reminders go out. They go out by your design. So there are 3 different people that are involved when there's an appointment. There might be a reminder that goes to the client, obviously, right? And you can choose how often and which ones and when they should be reminded before the job starts. Then there's a reminder option to send to the management if they should be reminded about this appointment, or the worker involved in the job.
Yeah.
So the channel is a little bit different. So the reminders are not, it's not about where they get sent. Like we have messaging in the system. We have emails that go out, for example. The text is a channel, just like email is, just like phone calling is, or something like that. It is the text channel that we don't have until maybe 3 or 4 weeks from now. We're almost done.
Oh, okay.
So the reminders go out through email, they'll go out through the web app, but the texting will be in a few weeks.
Oh, okay. And one more question, because I just had someone actually from Brazil that just gave a like. Do you have this in other language? Like, do you have the software in other languages? Because
actually,
I know that there's people all over the world in here. And
yeah, you know, we operate over the world, by the way.
Yeah.
Places like Italy, Denmark. There are companies in South America, mostly in North America, like US and Canada and Britain. Most things are actually configurable to change it into your own language already.
Oh, okay.
We used to have it in Danish and multiple languages where we just blanket everything would be updated, but we kind of don't need to do that anymore, because what you're seeing is highly configurable. Like, for example, this is a custom field when I'm making a booking as a customer of a grooming job, okay? As the manager of the business, I put this in for them to fill out. This could be in Spanish, or this could be in Italian. It doesn't have to be in English.
So the client will always access in whatever language we wanna. Correct.
And furthermore, it's not just the software, it's actually a website builder too. So people have their website with us if they want to. I'd say 99.99% of maybe for the last half a year, have immediately or soon after gotten their website with us, because it's together. The software is part of the website technology. So when you have a website, as you can appreciate, you can do it in any language you want. You're not limited to any specific language. Currencies, by the way, we do over 200 currencies so that you can transact money between your customers and yourself. And
how is the merchants done? Like, is the payment linked to the software?
Yes, it's integrated, and it's like your brand is showing when somebody's paying you, and it goes straight to your bank account.
Okay.
And because we do all those different types of pet care, we do all kinds of different ways of payment, from the pet owner to your business. It could be deposits or partial payments. It could be at the time of checkout, or maybe a week later, aggregate it together, let the system tell you who owes you money and send off a bill, get paid for things that you haven't even started yet. And then there's really cool stuff like memberships, which is like
wow.
your customers can have a subscription with you and pay you once a month or once a year or once a week or once a day, and then they get stuff for it. And then they can just book it off. They can just book it themselves. It's all taken. There's scenarios where you don't even have to bill anymore.
Yeah, because Melanie, Milane, that we did the interview last week, she has membership, and then that's something that, you know, could be really useful for a business like hers. And what I was gonna say, so if you, for example, your business doesn't have a credit card facility, does the software comes with that?
I'm not sure. You mean a credit card facilitator? Was that the word?
Yeah, like, you know, if they don't take credit card.
If you don't take credit cards, that's okay. You don't have to even have payment acceptance in the system. You can just mark it as paid. The reason people often switch when they don't want to at first, it's just because of the automation that they get out of it. There's a lot of automation involved, and the automation requires connectivity with a lot of other things in your process. So if you don't like to spend too much time collecting money, for example, memberships, it renews itself on a credit card or a bank account. We don't just do credit cards. We also do ACH transfers. So from debit to debit. And yeah, in memberships, it was once just a thing that's used by ranches, daycare, and pet sitters, but I'm seeing a lot of groomers starting to use that feature, especially out on the West Coast of the United States. I don't know why. It's just something.
Well, we can use, like, I used to have, like, you know, bath membership, so people like pay monthly and then the dog gets bath every week. And I think it's growing, this kind of service. Like Milane, that I did the interview, she is really big on the VIP service where the clients, so I do believe that there is lots of groomers using this kind of service. In Brazil is really big. Like we always use, like, you know, VIP service for clients. So, and
that's what memberships are for. It's to give them a sense of VIP and scale, so that you can grow your business. That's what it does. It's a financial instrument, but it works really nice. It took us 3 years to build.
Yeah, no, it sounds awesome. Like I actually want to have a go, and so I can help my clients and have a look and see all the features. But I'm gonna thank you for the interview. And if anyone wants to check the demo, I might get the link with you if they don't click in that, and I post on the page too. And I want to finalize the interview with one question for you. Why, like, what's the, how can I put this together? Why do you think Easy Busy Pets could be a better solution? Because there is so many other softwares in the market. Like in my time, I didn't really have the options, you know. But today, I feel we even get overwhelmed what is the best software for our business, because there is too many options. So what do you think differentiates Easy Busy Pets from the other softwares in the market?
What we do is we bring a lot of tools that you would traditionally use separately, like 5 to 13 different apps, into one place.
Oh, wow.
And because we're a product-driven company, we were able to achieve that. It's taken us a little bit more time, but we bring to you a platform for marketing and operations, not just operations. And because also you can now do more than just one type of pet care, and you can achieve much more with that. And so that's the high level of why Easy Busy Pets would be a very unique solution for you. The marketing comes into 3 parts. There's the website, which nobody else does. Then there's the reviews technology that you've seen today. We actually have something else called social organic marketing, which really surprises people when they see it.
Yes, I'm a big on social organic, and it works so much. Like, it's amazing.
Correct. And then on top of that, below all that is the actual operations. So because it all works together, it delivers a solution that you just can't get anywhere else. It gives you a holistic one-stop shop solution to grow your business.
That's really good. Yeah, thank you so much. And if anyone wants to go through the demo, and if perhaps they do want to sign up with a Easy Busy Pets, do you offer any like discount or anything like that, like for someone to try it out and see if they...
Absolutely. So anybody who visits us, however you get to us, just mention Taddy.
Okay.
And we will
mention my name.
we will give you 50% off your first month.
Oh wow, that's
also, we do have a 2-week free trial.
Okay.
And onboarding support is always free. So just like we've done today, we'll have a online face-to-face, and we'll set up your system accordingly.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool. Thank you so much, John, for your time to explain everything. The software sounds amazing. Well done. I'm gonna go through and have a look myself. And so I will add the link so people can go and find you, just to be easy. When I finish the interview, I will put the link on top of the post. Okay.
Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.